In this video, we are talking about wardrobe strategies, and I have 5 strategies that will help you save money, save time, and ultimately it will save you a lot of frustration. So we are all so incredibly busy, and it seems like we're just getting busier and busier. And anything that we can develop some sort of hack for, some sort of strategy to help simplify it, help take out a lot of the decision-making process, and help take out a lot of just the day-to-day stress involved in these things that we do regularly every day, the better our overall quality of life is. And one of those areas, for me in particular, has been my wardrobe. For years, I struggled with having the right things to wear whenever I would walk out the door in the day to go about my day. I'd walk into my closet and just couldn't quite find the right pieces. And I've always been on a bit of a limited budget. Have children that I need to save for their college and just, a lot of obligations and responsibilities monetarily, and so I always want to be wise about the way I spend my money, and I've always been very careful about what I spend on my clothes. So whenever I would purchase something that ended up being a mistake and that wouldn't work and that I couldn't get a whole lot of wear out of, it just drove me crazy. So over the years, I've developed these strategies that have helped me build a wardrobe that I now love, that now I feel like I walk in and I have into my closet and I have the right things for any occasion, and I have timeless pieces that are going to carry me through many, many years. So I want to share these tips and these strategies with you. Strategy number 1 is know your color palette. Now, any personal stylist will start with this one step and will tell you the same thing. Knowing your color palette will help you so much when it comes to building a wardrobe that is going to be timeless, that's going to be flattering for you, and that will take you really far with a few key pieces. So when it comes to color palette, there are 4 main types of color palettes, and then there are some other palettes that are mixtures of those 4 where it can get a little bit more complicated, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to talk about those 4 main ones, and then I'll do another video about color palette theory and go into it a little bit more deeply. But for the purposes of this video, just know that there are 4 predominant color palettes. There is winter, summer, fall, and spring. So color palettes are grouped by seasons and are named by seasons, just to keep it simple, and it's easier to remember and think of colors within your predominant season. So the way this works is, for example, I am a winter, which means I have fair skin, I have dark hair, my skin tone is more of a blue tone underneath the fairness of my skin. So the colors that look good on me are going to be colors that have a blue undertone, that are jewel colors that look bright and vibrant against darker hair and lighter skin. So for example, the magenta, like the color I have on right now, it's a good color for my coloring because it has a blue undertone to it. Lots of shades of blue, especially deeper, darker blues like navy, work really well with my skin and my hair color. And red, even a blue-toned red, is a nice color for my particular shading and coloring. But somebody who is a fall is going to have a completely different group of colors that are designated with their particular color palette season. So falls are going to look better in more browns and oranges and warmer toned colors. There are also the spring and the summer colors, which are completely different, and that will flatter someone who has maybe blonde hair and maybe a darker skin tone. So it really just depends on your particular specific color combination. And you can find lots of information, just Google it, and there are some really great resources out there that talk about color palette. And as I mentioned, I'll also do a video about it too, because it's a really fun topic to delve into and to learn and study. And once you have your color palette selected and you know the colors that work with you, it's going to save you so much time and money when it comes to shopping and finding the pieces that are going to work for you. So one way that it really helps save time is online shopping. I know the colors that look great on me, so when I go and look online, let's say for example I'm looking for a blouse, I can look for items in that particular clothing category and then filter by color, and it reduces the number of choices significantly so I can hone in on exactly the pieces that are going to work for me. Tip number 2 is to know your body shape. Now there is body type, and that is something completely different than body shape. So what I'm talking about, there are some specific body shapes, and just as in color palette theory, in body shape theory, there are several different types, but for the purpose of this video, I'll just talk about the main ones, and then I will do another video about body shape too, because it's another topic that it's fun to talk about and it's fun to understand. So the main shapes are, there's rectangle, there's triangle, and you can have either a regular triangle or an inverted triangle. There's the hourglass shape, which is considered the ideal shape for women. Then there's the apple shape and the pear shape. And you look at the points on your body and the predominant outline of your body, and from there you can see which shape it most closely matches. So for example, my shape is rectangle. It's more of the athletic build, which means I don't have much of a natural waist. So I look for items of clothing and outfits and looks that will help create the illusion of a waist. So belted dresses, wrap dresses, wearing thicker belts, all of those things will be flattering on me and will help create that illusion of an hourglass figure and will accentuate wider shoulders and wider hips. So other body shapes will have different dressing strategies and dressing tactics that go along with them. So once again, you can Google that and find the information about your particular shape and understand the shapes and the silhouettes of clothes and the drape of clothes that are going to look great on your body. So when you are shopping and when you are looking for items of clothing that are going to be a good, timeless addition to your wardrobe that you'll get a lot of use and wear out of, you know the predominant shapes that you are looking for, and that helps a lot in saving time and money. All right, tip number 3 is to think of your wardrobe as a backdrop to accessories and trendy items and pieces, and a backdrop to your look. So what I mean by this is, instead of looking for items that have a whole lot of detail or have a lot of trendy pieces or components to them, look for simple shapes and simple colors that will serve as a backdrop to trendier accessories. So then you can spend money on accessories which aren't as expensive as the basics of your clothing, and jazz up your wardrobe and jazz up your look that way, but yet you are able to invest in the timeless foundational pieces of your wardrobe that are going to form the backdrop to your look. So for example, I have many different boat neck tops that are in different colors according to my color palette, and they're just plain and simple. They have no pattern to them. They are just a solid colored, simple boat neck t-shirt essentially. And then I can add like a really fun necklace, something that's got a lot of interest, a lot of shape to it, or I can add a scarf or add a pin. I love pins and brooches. I think those should come back in style. I don't even really understand why they ever went out of fashion. I think they can add a lot to an outfit. So those are all things that you can do to keep your look current. But underneath it all, you have this backdrop of clothing that will be classic and timeless and will carry you through many years and many looks. You can pair, for example, with the boat neck tops that I was talking about earlier, I can pair those with pretty much any skirt, any pair of pants, even shorts, and get a whole range of different looks depending upon the belt that I put with them, the necklace, the earrings, and how I choose to dress it up and vary the look. So you can get a lot out of your wardrobe if you think of it as a backdrop. A lot of solid colors, a lot of classic shapes according to your color palette and also your body shape. Tip number 4. Now this one can be a little controversial because if you are like most women, myself included, we love to buy shoes, and shoes are just, oh, they are so fun, and you can find the cutest, most amazing different shapes and styles and colors. They have a lot of trends come in and out very quickly with shoes, and because our shoe size doesn't change that much throughout our life, shoes are something that we tend to wear a lot longer in a lot of cases than clothing and feel really good about. But when it comes to building a functional wardrobe that is going to save you time, going to save you money, and that's going to get you through many years and many different scenarios and different areas of your life, we have to be practical about shoes. Sorry to say it, but it's the truth. So instead of going shopping for the latest trendy, cool heel shape or cool pattern or bright color, first build a foundational wardrobe of shoes in basic colors but different styles in each color. So for example, I have, as I'm sure several people do, have more than one pair of black shoes. But I have made sure before I started buying more trendy items or more trendy pairs of shoes that I've been able to build up a full range of black shoes. So I have black heels. I have black heels with a chunky heel, black heels with more of a stiletto, dressier heel, black heeled sandals for evenings out. I have black flats, black ballet flats, black loafers, sandals. So you get the idea. I basically have every type of shoe that I'm going to need with any outfit in black. Now I also have the same strategy that I've used with brown, just a classic basic brown that will also get me through lots of different outfits and seasons and will take me a long way, and I will wear the same shoes for years and years and years, and I won't have to cycle through updating my shoes in my wardrobe very often. I also have a selection of metallic shoes for evening wear that have given me a lot of mileage and a lot of use. And once I built up that basic shoe wardrobe of black, brown, and then the metallics and a little bit of the like more of the nude color shoe. I have several of those too because those go really nicely with brighter colored dresses. Once I built that wardrobe, now I can go after the more fun and funky shoes. Like for example, I just bought this really great pair secondhand. I love secondhand shopping. You can find some really great things and you don't have to spend a whole lot of money. Secondhand pair of blue suede heels with a beautiful silver butterfly on the back. And that's a fun pair that will be added to my wardrobe that I know they won't stay in style very long. I'll probably end up not using them beyond the next year or so, but I have them for now to have fun with. But it has not taken up valuable space from the foundational key pieces that I need, the key pairs of shoes that will help make sure I have the right shoe for any sort of outfit I'm putting on, any event that I'm going to, anything happening in my life, I have the right shoes for. So embrace the boring shoe strategy, at least in the beginning, and then you can get more exciting with it as you go along. So those are my 4 strategies for building a wardrobe that is going to last you a long, long time and reduce the time, money, the frustration, and the stress that is usually associated with building up a good, quality, functional wardrobe. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for following my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and also comment. I want to hear from you. What are the pieces in your closet that you've bought that you just do not regret one bit? You've gotten a ton of wear out of it. You will continue to wear it for years. And also let me know about the mistakes. What are the items that you really wish you just walked on by and hadn't purchased? I want to hear about those too. It's fun to compare notes and stories and see what works and what doesn't work. So thank you for joining me, and until next time, take care.